Okay, my voice is clear to all of you, and the screen is also visible. Okay, so we can start now. So in today's lab session, we will be having 1 hour for the lecture, and the next 1 hour we will be implementing the program. Okay, so let me start. In yesterday lecture, we discussed about the doubly linked list, and we performed some operations in the form of insertion and deletion on a given doubly linked list. And the today topic is circular linked list. Okay. Before starting the circular linked list, in one of my lecture, I asked you one question about the singly linked list insertion. Has anyone searched about that question? Or do you guys remember the question which I asked in earlier lecture? Anyone? The question related to insertion in a singly linked list where you are given a node and you need to insert a new node before that given node, because you know there are some limitations with singly linked list in this kind of list, each node having the address of only next node, so we cannot access in backward direction, we can only access the nodes in forward direction. Okay, and if you are given a list and you need to insert a new node before any given node, the address of any node is given and you need to insert before that given node, how can you perform such kind of insertion in singly linked list? Anyone?
We can uh, the for the previous node we can shift its next node to the node which has to be inserted, and the next node of the node which has to be inserted can be done equal to the previous nodes next.
No, Rishabh, you are given only one address. You don't have the location of the node where you want to insert. You don't have the uh, address of any other node except the node before which you need to insert.
Ma'am, so we can loop through that node until we get the position.
How can you loop? How can you use the loop? Because you are not given any location or position. You don't know where you need to perform insertion. You are just given an address.
So ma'am, we have to insert at any arbitrary position.
No, you need to insert. Okay, let me tell you the complete question with the help of an example. Let me just tell you. Just a minute. I think we are having some request from. Okay, let me tell you the complete situation. Just a minute. You are having a singly linked list. Okay, some nodes are already there like this. Some number of nodes are there and you are not aware about the structure of this list, means how many nodes are there and where you want to insert. You are just given the address of this node, let's suppose. Okay, because linked list is there, then automatically you are having the address of this head also. Okay, uh, some values are stored here.
Do we know the values, ma'am?
No, you are just having the address of this node. Okay, address is given to you. that you are having a
Tail
node
pointer.
with value 3 and you don't know where this node is positioned in this given list. You are just having the address of this given node. You are having the entire list with you, means you are having the address of this head node also. So, and you need to insert before this given node, but you don't actually know where this node is, whether this node is the third node of this given list. You are just having the address of head and you are having the address of this node, and you need to insert before this given node. At this position you need to insert. How can you perform the insertion?
Ma'am, we can use a tail pointer for it.
Ma'am, we can use while loop for this. Like we will start from the head and we will reach the node before the address.
Okay, tell me, how can you access any address?
Ma'am, we will use like we will store head in the temp node variable,
Okay,
and then we will put the condition temp next not equal to address in the while loop. So it will execute till the address, and in the loop, inside the loop, we will do another node variable, and then we will store the temp next in that. So when we will be at the previous address
okay,
before so we can get the address of the previous node before the address, and after the loop is executed at the address, we can use the previous node to give the address of the required node that is to be inserted between them to that node. And like we have to insert a node, and then we will add a next address. I have written the I'm replying in the chat box with the code.
okay, fine. Any other student want to answer? Actually, student, it is a bit complicated to perform such kind of insertion. Okay, let me tell you the answer, and you can also search. Just a minute, I'm getting some request. Okay, what you actually need to do in such kind of situation, whenever you are having the address of a node and you need to insert before that node, because in single linked list we are having some limitation, we cannot access the previous node. So what we can do in such situation, if you need to insert at this given position, at this position you need to insert, and position is not given to you, actually the address of this node is given to you, and you need to insert this new node before the 3. So what you need to do here, you just have to make a node or allocate memory to this new node. Let's suppose the already existing list is 1 2 3 and 5. Okay, you are given the address of this node 3. Then what you have to do here, you just have to create or allocate memory to this new node which you want to insert. And because the address of this node is given to you, so we can access in forward manner only, we cannot access in backward side. So what can we do here, we can just assign the third next in this node 4, and after that means we can insert in next position of this given node, the 4 1. And so after inserting this node at the next position of this given address, what you need to do, you just have to exchange their values. Okay, so it will look like that the new node is inserted at this position. So after creating the node 4, you just need to insert this node at the next node of this given node, that is 3. And after inserting this node at the next position, what you need to do, because in single linked list we can perform insertion at next position only because of single address each node having. Okay, so after inserting the node at the next position, we can just exchange their values, and it will look like whenever we display the entire list, the new node is inserted at desired position. Okay, so this is one kind of alternate solution we can perform, and because we are having some limitation with this kind of list. I hope the answer is clear to you. You can have another kind of solution for the same situation. i'm giving you the I'm giving you this type of, just a minute, I'm giving you this type of answer or solution for such situation you can handle in this way. Okay class, so back to the circular linked list. I hope the answer is clear to all of you. Okay, let me start with the circular linked list. So in doubly linked list, we have already performed the insertion and deletion, and now the another kind of list is here, and the name of this list is circular linked list. What is the difference between rest list we have discussed yet and the circular linked list? In circular linked list, basically we are assigning the last node of any list with the address of the first one. Means we are utilizing the null pointer here instead of assigning, because we have already allocated the space to the last pointer. We also need the same number of spaces to the last pointer. You can see the example here. In a singly linked list or doubly linked list, what was the situation? The last node will be having the null as its next node, but in circular linked list, what we basically doing, we are just utilizing this space also, because this space can be utilized to store some kind of address, so that it will become more easy or more feasible to access such kind of list. So here in this kind of list or circular linked list, you can say the last node will always point or reference to the first node of the linked list. Okay, instead of having the null pointer, the last node will have the address of very first node in the list. And because the last node will be having the address of very first node, in this example you can see 40 is the last node of this given list, and 40 is having the address of first node in this given list instead of having null here. Okay, 40 is not having null pointer here. Instead of null, it is having the address of 1. So in this kind of list, you can access each and every element in a circular manner. Okay, you can see the cycle is here. You can access 10, 20, 30, 40, and again with the help of 40 you can access 10. So you can access each and every element with the help of any other means. You can traverse in forward and backward both manner, but with the help of these nodes. Okay, so with the help of this node 40 you can traverse with the help if you want to access 20 from the node number 30, if you want to access the address of 20 means the previous one of 30, you can access with the help of this 40, because the cycle is here and you can jump on this node with the help of next nodes. Okay, so by 30, by going at 30, then 40, then 10, then 20. So with the help of accessing these middle node, you can access 20 also. Okay, so circular linked list can be further classified or categorized in two ways, as singly and doubly circular linked list. Okay, so in singly circular linked list, each node is having the address of its next, means each node is having a single address. But in doubly linked list, each node is having the address of its next and previous both node, means double address each node have. and the last node will have the address of very first node in its next field, and the very first node will have the address of last node it's in previous field. You can see here 10 is having the address of 40 in its previous field, and 40 is having the address of 10 in its next field. So here we are utilizing these two null pointers. If we talk about a simple doubly linked list, um, in in that list you can see uh, 10 will have its previous as null and 40 will have its next as null. So here instead of defining this pointer as null, we are utilizing this pointer by storing some addresses, and we are storing the address of 40 next or last next as the head of list and head previous as the last node of the list. Okay, so the complete structure of circular linked list is clear to all of you. In singly linked list, we are having the address of very first node and its last node, and in doubly linked list, the last next will be head and the head previous will be last of the list. Okay, so by storing these addresses, you can access each and every node in circular manner, and you are having the accessibility of every node from any other node in this given list. Okay, now there are some advantages of circular linked list. The entire list can be traversed from any node, as I already told you, and the circular list are the required data structure when we want to list to be accessed in a circle or loop. Class, you will see some data structure like graph in upcoming units, and there you will see the application of this kind of circular linked list while implementing the graph data structure, or circular queue we will be studying in the next unit, and there you will see the advantage or application of circular linked list in implementing a circular queue. Okay, the third point or third advantage is here, that is despite of being circular singly circular list, we can easily traverse to its previous node, which is not possible in single linked list. Okay, I already gave you the example that with the help of last node you can access the previous one of any other node by going in circular manner. With the advantages, there are some disadvantages, disadvantages too assigned with circular linked list. And what are they? You can see here, circular linked lists are complex to implement as compared to singly linked list, because here the last node will not have the null pointer. Means you can say this is a never ending list and you have to maintain in that way only. Okay, so never ending list is there. You need to be careful while implementing such kind of list, and it becomes a bit complicated or complex as compared to single linked list. Reversing of a circular list is a complex as compared to singly or doubly linked list, because this is a never ending list and you are not sure about the end of the list, because last node is having the address of first node. So you have to always use a pointer, a specific pointer to store the last value, so that you can be able to know that this is the last node of list and you can perform accordingly. Okay, so whenever you need to reverse a circular linked list, it becomes complicated or it becomes a bit complex, because you need to identify the node which is the last node of the list. Okay, if you have already stored the last node in a separate node, then it will be easy to implement, but you need to do in that way only. Okay, the third point is there, if not traversed carefully, then we could end up in an infinite loop. If you are not having the address of the last node at in a separate pointer, then in that case definitely you will be in an infinite loop, because you will not have the address of last node, and if you are not having the address of last node, you will not know that where you need to end. Okay, and because the and position, or you can say the base case, is not clear to you, so you automatically you will enter in an infinite loop. Okay, the third point is here, or third disadvantage is here, like singly or doubly circular linked list also doesn't support direct accessing of elements. Okay, in doubly linked list, if you need to traverse in a backward direction, you are having the address of the previous node also, and you can directly traverse that node. But if you need to access the previous node of any given node in singly circular linked list, then in that case you are not having the direct pointer. You need to access a number of pointer to traverse in backward direction. Okay, so there are some disadvantages associated with circular linked list. I hope all the disadvantages are clear to you. Now the applications, circular linked lists are used in many applications where entire list is accessed one by one in the form of loop. In operating system, we usually use the circular linked list in the advantage of one kind of scheduling, and that is called round robin scheduling or time sharing mechanism. It is one kind of mechanism we generally prefer in operating system, and the circular linked list is mostly used in this kind of sharing mechanism. Okay, in a multiplayer game, you can use circular linked list to swap between players in a loop. And now the important point is here, the operations we can perform on circular linked list. We can perform insertion and deletion in similar way we performed on previous kind of list. And here we can perform insertion at the beginning or at any position in the list, because and is not given here, so the insertion in and will be same as the insertion at a specific position. And similar to that, deletion from the beginning, deletion from the and deletion from the specific positions. Okay, so we will be discussing all these operations on circular linked list one by one. First we will be discussing all these operations on singly circular linked list. Okay, the singly when we are implementing the singly circular linked list, you need to aware about all the operation we have performed on singly linked list, because it is similar to that. The difference is only in the last node. Okay, so whenever you need to insert at the beginning of singly circular linked list, what you need to do here, you just have to follow these steps you can see on the screen. What you need to do, first you need to create a new node, because you are going to insert a new node. So first allocate memory for that particular node you want to insert. In the second step, what you have to do, because you are inserting at the beginning, and the insertion in circular singly linked list will be same as insertion in a simple list. Okay, so what you need to do here, you just need to insert at the at that particular position, that is beginning of the list, by just making the next pointer of this newly inserted node is equal to last next, because in circular linked list the last node will be having the address of very first node in its next field, so you need to maintain that. Okay, so what you have to do while inserting in a singly circular linked list, you can see the example. If you need to insert 10 at the beginning position in this given list, you are having two node already in this list, 6 and 8, and you need to insert before 6. What you need to do here, you just have to create, or you just have to allocate the space for this particular node. Once you have created the space, you can store its value, and once you store the value, you need to maintain its pointer. Okay, because in existing list 8 is having the address of 6 in its next field. What you have to do here, you just have to change the address as the 8 next is 10. Okay, so after storing the address of 8 next in as 10, you can proceed with the assignment of head pointer. Okay, address of 6 is already there in the head pointer of the list, so head of list is 6. What you gonna do after inserting this node, at the position, first you need to create or allocate the node. After allocating node, you need to assign its address in the 8 next or last next. Once you have assigned its address as 8 next, you need to maintain the new head as 10. Okay, because the address of 6 in existing list, the address of 6 was in the next field of 8, but after assigning the 8 next as 10, the address will be automatically replaced with the address of 10. And once this link has been removed from here, you can assign the head of this new list as 10. Okay, now you will see whenever you need to access this new list, the head will be accessed as 10, and after 10 the address of 10 next should be the previous head. Okay, that is 6. So you need to maintain a pointer here also. Okay, after accessing this 6, you can access 8, and because it is circular linked list, so with the help of 8 you can again access 10, and in this circular manner you can access the entire list. Okay, here you will see the output list 10, 6 and 8. Okay class, whenever you are creating a circular linked list, it is mandatory for you to maintain this last pointer. That's why we are representing this pointer as a separate pointer, because only with the help of this node you will be able to know that this is the last of this list. Otherwise you will not. Okay, because each node is having some address and you cannot identify which node is the last node of this given list. Fine class. So you need to be careful whenever implementing circular linked list. You have to use this last pointer. Okay, so all steps are clear to you. First you need to allocate memory to this new pointer or new node. After that you need to assign its next field as the last next. Okay, and last next will be T. Last next means the address of head node will be assigned to the next field of this created node, and then you can assign last next as equal to T. Okay class, so insertion at beginning is very simple and it is similar to singly linked list. The only difference, we are also maintaining the last next pointer here. Okay, the insertion at the end position, first we will see the example. And here if you look at this given linked list and you need to insert 10 at the end of this list, what you have to do here, you just have to again allocate memory to this node, need to enter the value at the data field, and after entering the value, what you need to do, you need to assign the 8 next as 10. And before removing this link, what you have to do, you just need to assign the address of 10 next is equal to 8 next, and you can see that 8 next is 6. So what are you doing here, you are assigning the address of 6 in the next field of 10. Okay, so you need to be careful about this step also. The order should be maintained before removing this link or before assigning the address in the 8 next as 10. You first assign the address of 10 next equal to 8 next. So the step should be followed in this order only. First you need to assign 10 next is head or 8 next, and then 8 next will be 10 or newly inserted node. And once you made this node as the last of this list, so you need to maintain this pointer at this node only. Okay, fine class. So it is also very simple to insert, and here you can follow these steps. What we are doing here, in first step, allocate the space to this node, and then you need to be careful about the order of the assignment of pointers. First assign T next, that is the created node. Okay, so the next field of this created node should be the last next, means here we are assigning 10 next equal to 8 next, that is 6, And once we have assigned the value in 10 next as head of the list, you can proceed with the last next as the newly inserted node. And once you have assigned its value, you can make the newly inserted as the last of the given linked list. Any doubt, class? The insertion in the beginning or insertion at the end is very simple to implement in circular singly linked list. If you need to insert at somewhere at any given position, what you have to do in that case, you need to first search that position where you want to insert, and then accordingly you need to assign the pointers. Okay, let's have a look on this given example. We are having a list of 3 nodes 6, 8, 10, and you need to insert the new node as 12 somewhere between 8 and 10. Okay, or the position is given to you as third position. You need to insert at the third position. How will you insert this given node? And it is similar to insertion at a specific position in singly linked list, because we are not accessing the first node, we are not accessing the last node here, we are just accessing a node at between in the given list, and it is similar to singly linked list. Okay, because the difference in singly or circular is only in the term of this last node, because we are not accessing this last node, we are not changing the pointer of this last node, we are just assigning somewhere between the link between the given list. So it is similar to singly linked list at a specific position. You will see that to insert this 12 at this given position, first you need to search the given position with the help of some loop. First you need to store the address of this head in a temporary pointer, and once you are having the address of this head in this temporary pointer, you can just shift on the next pointer by just accessing the temp next address at each step. And once you are at the given position, what you have to do, you just have to change the pointers accordingly. First you need to assign 12 next is 8 next, and once you are having the 12 next as 10, you can change this pointer as 8 next. Okay, that's it. So we have already discussed this kind of insertion before. It is similar to singly linked list insertion at a specific position. Any doubt, class? So we are done with the insertion operation on singly linked list, and now we will see how can we perform deletion on given singly circular linked list from the beginning position, from the end, or from the given specific position. Again, the given specific position, deletion from given specific position is exactly the operation we performed on singly linked list, because when we are accessing any node at given specific position, we are not talking about the last node or first node, because the difference in singly and circular linked list is only in term of its last node. Okay, so we will be discussing only these two operations. We have already discussed this operation in singly linked list deletion from a specific position. Okay, so here is the okay, let me tell you with the help of this example what you need to do when you are deleting a node from the position. You need to understand the example. In this example form, let's suppose you are having a list of 3 pointers 10, 6 and 8, and you need to delete a pointer from the beginning position, that is 10. What you need to do, once you are deleting this node from this position, the 10, you need to make this node as the new head, and you need to also assign the last next as 6. Okay, so what we generally do when we are deleting from given list, we generally store the address of that node which we are deleting in a temporary pointer to make that to make it visible that it is deleted by just printing its data value, that the desired value is deleted or not. Okay, so in this given list, what you need to do, you just have to assign, or you just have to change 8 next is equal to had next, because the had of existing list is 10 and you need to delete this had from this position. What you have to do, you just have to assign 8 next as equal to 10 next, and you know the 10 next is equal to 6. Once you have assigned this pointer, what you need to do, you just have to update the had pointer as 10 next or had next. Okay, okay class. So again, for deletion, you are updating only 2 pointers, and you can see the complete procedure here. Okay, yes, one important thing is here, when you are performing deletion, you need to check the underflow situation, whether the linked list is empty, because if list is empty, you cannot further delete. Okay, and because in insertion you need to check overflow situation, and actually there is no overflow in case of linked list, so we never check for the overflow, but you have to check for the underflow condition. Okay, so you need to be very careful when you are deleting from any given linked list. The very first line in any given algorithm or function should be checking for empty list. Okay, so by just checking whether the had is null, you can check the list is empty or not. Okay, once you are sure that linked list is exist, then in that case you can only delete, but if list is empty, in that case you cannot perform deletion and you need to stop. Okay, so once you have checked that list is not empty, you can proceed. If it is not empty, in that case you can proceed and you can perform deletion in the way I have discussed on the example. Okay, so here the similar operation we are performing, we are maintaining the pointers with the help of, here we are using 2 pointers, temp1 and temp2. You can use you can perform the same kind of deletion by using extra number of pointers. So here we are using 2 extra pointers, temp1 and temp2, to store some values as had or next, and after checking whether list is not empty, you can proceed with assigning their pointer values. So here what we are basically doing, we are just assigning temp1 next is equal to had. We are just storing the value of temp1 next in this had. Okay, if it is true, then in that case you can check for you can delete the particular node and you can assign the pointers accordingly. Okay, okay, let me discuss the example, and I hope you can proceed with the algorithm or functions in same way we have done with singly and doubly linked list. Class, if you have implemented the algorithm, or if you can implement the program for a singly linked list or doubly linked list, then surely you can implement with the circular linked list also. The process is same, you just need to be you just need to maintain the last pointer in circular linked list, otherwise the whole process is same. Okay, so let me have the same example again. If you need to delete from the last position in the given circular singly linked list, what you need to do here? Okay, because in this given list of 3 nodes, 10, 6 and 8, you are going to delete the 8 from this given position, because you are deleting this node and you are having the address of this node in the last pointer, so it become very easy to delete this node, because you don't have to search whether this is the last node of the list, whichever we performed in case of singly linked list deletion. Okay, so whenever you are performing deletion from the last position, you are having the last node address in this extra pointer, you can say. So you can simply delete this node with the help of just storing its value in a temp. And once you have stored its value in temp, you can print that the deleted node is having value as 8. Okay, so what you basically need to do here, you just have to change this pointer from 8 next to 6 next is equal to 10. Okay, so you need to remove this pointer. And how can you remove this pointer? You can just assign 6 next is equal to 8 next. Okay, and 6 next will hold the address of head, because 8 next was holding the address of head, and now you have assigned the 6 next is equal to 8 next, and that is head of the list. And now with the help of 6 you can access the head of list. Okay, you just have to change this pointer only. And once you have changed this pointer, you can make the list new last of this given list as 6. Okay, so after deleting this node, you will be having only 2 node in this given or resultant list. So class, it is very simple to perform insertion and deletion on a circular singly linked list. And if we talk about the circular doubly linked list, then you all have to do the insertion and deletion operation, the specific insertion at specific position or deletion from specific position in in circular doubly linked list will be same as we have performed on a simple doubly linked list. Okay, so there are only 4 operation left, and I'll be giving these 4 operation to you to perform in your assignment. Okay, after completing this unit, you have to complete an assignment, and I'll be giving the operation of these rest operations in the assignment. Okay, so the question for the assignment will be like you need to perform insertion and deletion on circular doubly linked list. Okay, okay class, so I hope the circular linked list is clear to you. Is there any question? Plus, once you are once your logic are clear, or your process are clear about the implementation, you can easily implement these operation on C programming also. In today's lab, we will be performing the singly linked list implementation. Okay, any doubt class? Okay, I got the answer from Saloni Bansal. Yes. Yes, Saloni, your answer is correct. You can also perform in this way. From Sachin Sakya, repeat this. Sachin, can you tell me what is it for? Repeat this. I didn't see your message at the time for that answer. Okay, basically what we are doing, whenever you are having the address of a node, before that node you need to insert. In that case, you just insert the desired node at the next position of the given node, because in singly linked list we can access in forward direction only. So So whenever you are asked to insert a node before a given node, you just can perform in this way by just inserting the node at the next position, and after insertion you can swap the values of that given node and the inserted node. Okay, so it will look like that you have inserted at the desired position or before the given node. Suppose you are having the node as 1 2 3 4 and you need to insert before 3, then what you can do here, you can just insert after 3. Let's suppose you are inserting after 3 as 5, and after inserting 5 you can swap the value of 3 and 5. So linked list would look like 1 2 5 3 4. Okay, and it will look like that you have inserted before 3, that is 5. Okay class, so the first unit is completed from my end, and there is one more topic left, and I think you can cover that topic. I have already posted the presentation for the topic, and that is addition of polynomial representation using linked list implementation. Okay, I have already posted the presentation PPT for the topic. You can go through the PPTs, and if you will be having any doubt, then we can discuss on discussion forum. Okay, after this unit I will give you an assignment, and you need to complete that assignment, and you need to upload the PDF of the assignment. I will create the link for that where you need to upload your assignment. Okay, so class, have a break for 10 minutes, and I'll join you back after 10 minutes for the lab. Okay class, so from the 11:30 we will start the lab.